DreAllDay.com.
Y'all, I ain't gonna say my name. Y'all know my name. All I'm gonna say is work on your game. First of all, let's get into this motivation for the week. Motivation for this week is talking about instincts. And the thing about your instincts is that your instincts are never wrong. And I'm talking about this as I was actually just reading, I read a lot. And I was reading an article by an interview of Idris Elba. He's the guy that played Stringer Bell on The Wire, if y'all watched that. He was on The Office one time. That was funny. He was like the manager for a minute. But anyway, he was talking about how if you're out, like if a man wants to approach a female and you and the female make eye contact, and then a lot of times what happens with males, and this has happened to me before in my past, where you make that eye contact with the female and then you kind of think about it for a second, like should I go over there, should I not, was she interested, was she really looking at me? You think she got a boyfriend, you think she would say hi to me, would she speak back if I say hello? And then by the time you finish doing all that thinking and analyzing, the moment has passed and you killed your opportunity. Whereas if you just put your hand on your balls, for lack of a better term, you just go over there, and just put the ball on her court, the situation will probably work out better because your instincts told you what you should do. But if you take all that time to think about it, to him and haw, like maybe I shouldn't, you keep second guessing yourself, you end up messing up the moment, and then you get into your head too much. Like I talked about before, when you push the energy outward using a more bold approach, you push the energy outward instead of bringing everything in, internalizing and thinking, should I do this, should I do that, will it work, will it not work? All that interior analysis before you actually take action kills the instinct. You want to let the instinct take over. And another thing that I had read was the book Relentless by Tim Grover. He was, Kobe's trainer, D-Wade's trainer, Jordan's trainer. Hopefully a lot of you read that book, because all athletes need to read that book. It was a great book. But he talks about that, how people, they stop performing at a high level that they used to be at because they stop letting their instincts take over. They start thinking too much. They start listening to too many people. They start analyzing everything. Every time they're about to take action, they stop and try to decide, will this work, will it not work? They throw things back and forth in their heads so much that they kill their instinct. It's like putting their instinct in a cage. It's like the analogy Tim Grover used was taking a lion out of the wild and putting it in a cage in a zoo. And the lion can't do what it does. The lion runs around, kills animals, and eats them. But when you put that lion in a cage in a zoo, it can't do anything like that. But as soon as you let that lion out the zoo, those instincts take over and it goes right back to doing what it does because it's hardwired into him. It's not something that he has to be taught. It's not something he has to practice. It's already there in you. Like that Gatorade commercial says, is it in you? It's already in you. Everybody watching this video, the instincts are in you for the skills that you want to have. You just got to get yourself out of that cage, like Tim Grover talked about. Let the cage go. The cage is doubt. The cage is self-doubt. The cage is thinking too much. The cage is stuff other people tell you. The cage is you not believing in yourself. The cage is the lack of confidence. Get out of that cage and let your instincts take over. You'll get where you're trying to go. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
What's good? This DRA from Wisconsin. Work on your game and get it right.